Welcome students. In this video, we will try to complete practical number 6C. It is developing a simple shopping cart application using EJB, but by using the concept as Stateful Session Bean. So in a multiple communication or postback, a state must be maintained, the values must be retained. Every time the values are not required to getting reinitialized. That is what the purpose of this, and it has been asked us to complete a simple shopping cart application. So I'm just creating the booking shopping cart, a small application I'm trying to develop. So I'm creating our regular web project, Java web application. Here I'm giving the name of this application as practical 6C. Moving ahead, you're going to click on next. A Glassfish server need to be selected. No framework need to be selected. Give a click on finish. So this will be creating your new project at practical number 6C. And in the index.html, I already had created a small HTML file. I will just copy paste these HTML file inside our index.html, and I will show you what is being developed in this particular index.html. When I run this index.html, you can see what has been developed into it. A simple tabular format where all the book names are there and hyperlinks are there for adding the book and removing the book, and one hyperlink is there which is going for displaying the book cart. Right? So add book will be adding the book inside a cart, remove book will be removing the book from the cart, and display the book cart will be displaying all the books in front of you. Now nothing will work right now because all the hyperlinks which are created, they are moving towards one servlet that is named as my item. But before this, I need to create our Stateful Session Bean. So let's concentrate how we can create a Stateful Session Bean. New, you can select over here the option called as Session Bean. Provide the name of the Session Bean. I'm giving the name of the Session Bean as shopping cart. The package name I had given as com.test, and I want it to be stateful. A local interface need to be created. Give a click on finish. So simply what has been done by us, we had created our bean. You can see in the enterprise bean. This is the shopping cart bean which has been created. And in this we need to add a few methods. One for adding the book in the cart, one for removing the book from the cart, one for retrieving all the cart items in front of you. So I just gone for adding the business method. The first method which I am planning to have is add book. The return type is going to be void only. The name is, or the parameter will be title. And I've given a click on OK. Similarly, I had planned to go for adding one more business method, which is for removing book. The return type will be void. And again, providing the parameter as your title. Similarly, I would like to go for list all books. So I am providing over here one more business method. So why business method is not coming? Still, I need to just save the things. Now again, I give a right click over here, selected add, and selecting the option called a business method. The name of the method, I can say list cart items, and the return type I had given as array list. No parameter need to be given. I had given a click on OK. So fine. Now the bean interface has been completed and the bean methods are being declared inside interface as well as they are being defined over here. Now what I need to do, I need to use one array list where all the items in the cart will be added. So array list will be holding all the cart items. Similarly, the array list will be returning all the cart items and the items will be removed from the array list only. So I require to import java.util.arraylist. I created one member variable over here. Maybe the name of the member variable I had given as private arraylist. A type I had given as string. And the name of the arraylist I had given as cart. Simple. I need to initialize it, so I will be creating one constructor over here by providing public shopping cart, and in the constructor I initialize the cart by saying cart equal to new array list. This is the stateful session bean. So constructor will not get initialized every time. Only once the things have been initialized. In the add book, the code has been quite easy. What are the title which I am passing? That should be added inside my card. So I am writing card.add in the bracket title. Removing, the code is also again been quite a easier code. In the remove book, I had just added the code as card.remove. In the bracket again I had provided as title. So whatever the title is there, the thing should be removed. For removal, there might be any exception occurs. So I'm writing a try catch. If any exception occurs, then that must be handled. And whatever the message is getting displayed, that should be displayed on the output. So I'm writing system.out.let console println ex.getMessage, and the exception must be thrown. So the other method can also handle the exception. So I'm writing throw ex. Fine. So task has been completed of remove book, and I would like to go for now returning the items. So I provide return card. So my task has been over about the bean. We are adding the book. We are removing the book, as well as we are going for returning all the items which are present inside the card. So my task is over here. Here still the error message is there because I had not imported java.util.arraylist. Now all the errors have been resolved. My bean is been also created. My HTML has been also created. My bean methods have been declared as well as defined. My HTML part is also completed, where it asks me I need to create one servlet. And the servlet name is given by me in HTML as my item. So here I am interested in creating the servlet. First, let me check why the error is still coming over here. So I had saved it and planning to just check whether any error is there. Yes. Fine. Error is resolved now. Now I would like to add up one servlet. So I give a right click on com.test saying new, selecting the servlet. I had given the name of this servlet as my item, and the package name is same com.test. Fine. Here what has been expected, I want we should be working with the EJB. So I just give annotation over here as EJB, that is javax.ejb. And here I declare the object of our bean named as shopping cart. So I had mentioned over here private shopping cart local, and the object name I had given as shopping cart. Fine. So the object is being initialized over here, declared over here, and inside the servlet we will try to complete the working of it. It is quite easy. Our HTML is going to pass 1 to X if you're planning to add the book, 2 to X if you're planning to go for removing the book, as well as if we are passing the title also of a book. Now let's try to work with it. So I'm just specifying over here, maybe saying int x equal to integer.parseInt in the bracket request.get parameter x. So fine, the value of the URL parameter is been transferred to the variable as x, and again I am providing string title equal to request.get parameter, and here I am providing TI. Now what I expect, if the value of x is 1, that means we should add the book. So I am providing if the value of x is 1, then do one thing, then provide our bean name, what it was. It was a shopping cart. So shopping cart dot add book, add the title, and again go towards, I require to go for redirection. So I require to use response.send redirect and providing the name of my HTML, that is index.html. Similar way, if you are planning to go for removing, so I'm just using else if, saying x is equal to 2. Then do one thing, shopping cart dot remove book in the bracket title, and again goes towards response dot send redirect and redirect it towards the index.html. And if not, that means the X value is 3. The X value is 3, that means we have to go for retrieving the items. And how to go for retrieving the item is simple. I am using array list. The type I had given as string, maybe all items, equal to shopping cart dot list cart items. Returns array list stored inside what here all items. And here I am using the for loop by saying I equal to 0 till I is less than all items dot what we need to provide, size, I plus plus. And each and every item need to be displayed. So here I just mentioned over here as out dot println all items dot get index number had given as I concatenated with the BR for what here library. Fine. So my task is been completed over here. Let's try to run it and see the effect of our session bean. So I run this particular program. It shows me the books. I just added the book, but it is not getting redirected back towards what we can say our HTML page. So we need to check what is exactly the problem which had occurred over here. So after I go for adding the book, it should be again redirecting towards the file called as index.html, but it is not getting redirected towards the file called as index.html. So book is getting added. We are moving towards my item MYITEM. यहाँ पे भी हो गया है MYITEM. Just give me a time. I will just pause the video, resolve within 2 minutes. Otherwise, the video length will be unnecessarily bigger. Class as such, no error was there in this particular application. Just are required to go for restarting my Glassfish server. So I just restarted it. Application is as such one and the same. I am planning to go for now index.html and running this particular file. Let's see whether the output is coming in the right direction or not. Already some browsers have been opened. I am just closing these all browsers. Let's see. It will be starting in the new browser window and showing us the output. Wait for some time. Yeah, deploy. Now I'm just adding the book, again adding the book, again adding the book. I'm trying to display the book cart. Fine. So these are the 3 items which are being added. I'm planning to add one more book. I'm planning to add one more book. And you can see the new books are also been added. Now, if suppose I'm interested in removing this book called as clean code, which is already been present over here called as clean code. So I just remove this clean code from here. And again trying to refresh it over here. Let's see whether clean code is removed or not. Yeah, it is been removed. So this is the simple way by which we are able to go for testing about our stateful session bean along with the shopping cart example. Thanks a lot, students. Please be tuned with us. We will be giving you the source code of this particular project also. Thanks a lot.